Hello, I'm Dennis. In today's desktop series, we're going to install the Budgie Desktop. But there is a benefit. You actually get to install two Gnome as well as Budgie. But we're going to concentrate on Budgie and what it takes to get Budgie to working. What you see in here is VirtualBox, and I just got the update command run just so we can see if there's any updates before we start. Sudo pacman -s. We're going to get the Budgie -desktop. We're going to get Gnome. Gnome control center. Hyphen between all three of those words. Gnome hyphen themes. Gnome themes extra. I think that was supposed to be extra right here. Extra. Maybe something didn't look quite right. We'll see when I hit enter. We're going to get some Gnome backgrounds. Gnome tweaks. Gnome hyphen screen saver. This way we're not starting off with such a blank screen, so hit enter. This is 340 meg download size. Install size is a little over 1.5 gigs. So this might take a moment. I guess I should pause the video and come back when it's almost finished. Okay, be back. Just working on the installation. About halfway through with that. I should say that after we do this, if you just reboot or boot into your system, first of all, you got to enable GDM, which is the service that it comes with. But you'll find, I believe it's Gnome Store. And it looks like maybe a version of the Gnome packagekit. It won't work. I found a couple other little things that were hanging and sticking, but I also put together a list here which will give us a smooth, nice desktop where everything just works, and the rest of it tweaking will be up to the individual. So I'm going to Control L to clean the screen, and we're going to say sudo pacman. This is a good little list here, but it's necessary. archlinix-appstream-data. archlinix-appstream-data, that's right. Packagekit. Flatpak. fwupd. gtk-doc. meson. gobject-introspection. valgrind. Sound like a something a skateboarder needs or does. Accounts, service, and that's singular. Gnome, menu. I believe that's plural. We'll know when I hit enter. We're going to want Gnome Bluetooth for all those Bluetooth devices. We're going to want LIBIBUS, LIBPEAS, libpeas, autoconf-archive, which I didn't even think about archive. We might as well get X archiver right now so it's there when we'll log in if we need it. Couple more here. Let's see. intltool, sassc, vala, mutter, and Gnome session. Some of those things that already came in, like the menus, Bluetooth, account service, mutter, Gnome session. I'm going to scratch that off my list right now. Don't do that again. Gnome Bluetooth, Gnome session, mutter. Most important, when this is done, got to enable the GDM service. This is a little over a half a gig update install size. I guess I should pause the video again. Okay, so it's installing about halfway through the installation itself. Making pretty good time. After this is through, I'm going to enable the GDM service so we can log into our desktop manager so that we can log into our Budgie Desktop. Put together a very small list of things that I like to have on any installation. When I boot into it, I'd like to have these things available and waiting for me. One of them would be POMAC, but I don't know that I'm going to install POMAC before I get to the desktop anyway. So that's through. So Control L to clean the screen. Go ahead and get this software. Won't take too long, I don't think. I can always pause the video. Silly stuff here. Neo Fetch, Screen Fetch, Archie 3, C Matrix, H-Top, Firefox from my browser, QBitTorrent, Gnome Disk Utility, Deepen System Monitor, Nomax from a photo viewing, Krita, Blender, GIMP, Kdenlive, and GUVC view from a webcam, K3B for a burning program, DVDE for making DVD movies, simple screen recorder for recording the desktop, handbrake, LibreOffice, and I like to get the still. Clam, TK for antivirus. Could get anything else that you really needed right here, like OBS Studio would come to my mind. Another web browser like Chromium or whatever the case may be, but this is good for now. This is minimum that I like to have on my desktop when I log in. Uh-oh, I spelled something wrong. Amax. I like Nomax, but I can't spell it right. And since I'm this close to the beginning, I'll go ahead and put in the needed, because I see that it had already had the Gnome disk utility installed. This is a 2.5 gig install, so quite a bit of stuff. And I'll pause the video and I'll be back. Okay, so it's just about through here. Get back in full screen mode. It is through. That's good timing. So I'm going to Control L to clear the screen. And since I'm logged in as my user, I'm going to have to sudo systemctl enable gdm.service. Okay, we're ready to reboot. When it reboots, it should start right back in it. That was good. Grub still works. Grub is almost always good. Alright, that's a good sign. I want to see that mouse appear right in the middle there. Not my Arch mouse, but their default mouse. I'd wait up probably. Give me my little login screen. Nice. Click on my user. Now, most important, look right here, you'll see that it defaulted to the Gnome desktop. But we're going to change that to a Budgie. And if you want to live in Budgie, you won't have to mess with that again. But once you get into Budgie and you decide you want to check out Gnome, feel free to. I looked around in it some today just to see what it was about, but I haven't really looked around in there and seen what was available. It did look like a lot of stuff that was in here was also in there. We're connected to the internet. That's a good thing. Defaults to the sound muted. And this is that Gnome icon, start button, and that can be changed very easily. Let's see, test the speaker. Front, left. Hope you can hear that. Front, left. Alright, so sound worked right out of the box. That's good. That opens us up into our settings. You can go through all of these. You'll find everything works. You can actually change the panel, put it down here on the bottom, change your background. There's actually a right-click menu now. on the desktop before when I just installed the Gnome desktop with or the Budgie Desktop with the Gnome. There was no right click menu, so one of those other pieces of software enabled that. And here's where you would adjust this. Since we're in full screen mode, we can probably do a pretty decent one. Let's see. Nope. Don't keep that one. Get out of this. So let's see if it put everything in there. Okay, so normally there's Clam TV, the antivirus files. That's the Gnome files. This is it says files, but I've heard it's really Gnome files. But you're free to install any file manager you want. Disk is normally listed in the accessories, but it's not in this case. Text editor. Let's see who they use for a text editor. About text editor. Gedit. I kind of knew that. Gives you a to-do list or weather thing where you can see what time, what the weather is. There's my X-archiver that I installed extra. LibreMath. Under graphics, we already got Blender, GIMP, Krita, Nomax, and built-in photos that came with the Gnome. There's internet. We got Firefox, BitTorrent that I asked for, the Avahi server browser, and VNC. Under Office, we got the full suite of LibreOffice. Programming, we got Box. Boxes, Gnome boxes comes by default. They're pretty neat. Let's see if it'll give me a version. 3.34.3. Not bad. I like that feature. Gnome boxes is not bad. I like the Oracle VirtualBox better though. Okay, so under sound, we got Cheese, which came with it, DVD for creating my DVDs, Handbrake, K3B, Kdenlive, all the stuff we asked for. And then, let's see what that is. That's probably opening up a folder. No, something else. Videos, channels. Videos, also known as Totem, is an application for playing videos. You can use it to watch movies or stream media from the internet. That's pretty cool. I use VLC, but I might use that occasionally. That's one thing I didn't get on my install list a while ago. It should have been there. System tools. Now here's where you get lost. Budgie desktop settings. Gnome settings that came installed with it. Utilities, there's disk. Let's see, where's the system monitor? The under utilities. Deepen. There it is. See what Deepen says it's running in the VirtualBox here. So it's got 4 gigs of RAM. So I gave it 4 gigs of RAM. Actually, I gave it 5 gigs of RAM. It's saying 4.7, and it's using right now a gig. It's got a couple of those settings folders open. No swap is being used, and almost 13% on the CPU. So it's not the lightest of distros at this point. Of course, like I say, I got this open. Now here's where you can change that panel from being at the top or the bottom. I actually, in the one I was playing with, had moved it to the bottom and left it there. But there's a lot of settings that you can change that you couldn't have changed by default if we hadn't installed those extra things. And like I said, the sound works, your notification, you can change the way that looks. If you don't like the 24-hour time, preferences, don't use 24-hour time. It's a really neat desktop. I was going to look at the backgrounds. And it's not hard to install. There's quite a few of those smaller things that you need to put on a list and put them in there when you're installing. Otherwise, when you get in here, oh, that's store. Where is that store? Let's go change that desktop. Set as background. That's pretty nice. Where is that store? Right. Software. Welcome to software. I kept calling it store. It just says software. I don't know what it is. I guess I thought it might have been related to Gnome packagekit, but it really looks different than Gnome packagekit, or at least the ones I've seen. And it does work. I mean, I installed a few things off of here. You can see that loaded in pretty quick, considering I'm on in a virtual box. There's your Gnome desktop. I like it. One thing you'll have to get used to is there is no off button over here or log out button. The only one is here. But if you put that down at the bottom, you can move it over to the corner where XFC usually puts theirs anyway. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you on the next trip.